Timo Konietzka, ex-professional footballer and trainer, player for the German national team and goal scorer for the first Premier League, was at the age of 60 a sport invalid. He suffered severe back, hip and Achilles tendon problems. These two rule my life. I received the golden shoe for the first German Football League goal. The MBT gave me back my health. The picture on the left shows Konietzka doing so-called roll trotting only 3 months after beginning to wear MBT. Despite severe dispositioning of the feet and one-sided joint strain, he was completely free of pain after only 1 month. The picture on the right shows Konietzka 1 year later. The dispositioning of the feet has corrected itself only through wearing MBT in daily activities. For 3 years now, the 64-year-old Konietzka is 100% pain-free and jogs daily 10 kilometers on hard asphalt. Konietzka is one of thousands of enthusiastic customers who has thankfully, through the correct application and daily wearing of MBT, become 100% free of his back, hip, and feet problems. The level, hard, man-made surfaces of our time provoke an unnatural long step in front of the body and a passive posture. What follows are thousands of shocks to the joints and back, tension, blockages, and poor posture. All this begins at the feet, which are used to being passively supported and guided through the wearing of normal shoes, and has an effect all the way up the body to the head. MBT, the anti-shoe, leaves the hardest of surfaces feeling soft, elastic, and uneven. The effect of what seems to be instability is not only an unbelievably comfortable feeling, but also improves the posture. The load on the joints and back is minimized. The feet, legs, stomach, and back muscles are trained by simply wearing MBT in normal daily activities, and tension and blockages can be released. In the following, you will see the MBT combination exercises, exercises of daily living, and sport exercises, in which you will learn the correct way to apply MBT in daily activities, in therapy, or for sport. The combination exercises consist of 5 elements: compressing heel sensor, midfoot balance, midfoot ground pressure, relaxed trotting, and lastly the combination of standing, walking, and trotting. The combination exercises aim to introduce you to active walking in only half an hour. Repeat interchangeably the individual exercises until the unusual feeling begins to disappear and your new gait pattern becomes comfortable, natural, and relaxed. Fully stretch out the body. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles should always be stretched in a line. Like a sponge, the heel sensor should be gently but powerfully compressed. The feet shouldn't be allowed to fall inwards. Instead, pressure should be given to the outside of the heel so that the feet are straight. The body should always be held straight so that the two halves of the pelvis can very slightly shift against one another. This exercise can trigger a pain reaction if there is tension in the hip and lumbar spine region. Therefore, do not carry out this exercise for too long. Rather, alternate it with other exercises, and in doing so, you can help to release tension. With the body fully outstretched, rock the feet backwards and forwards very slightly on the tilting edge. Bend neither the knee nor the hips. Balance the outstretched body on the tilting edge using only the ankle. Do not rock backwards and forwards too much. Under no circumstances allow the feet to bend inwards. The pressure of the foot should be directed to the outside of the foot so that both feet are upright and stable. Press the midfoot gently but powerfully into the ground at the tilting edge and roll onto the forefoot while the body is outstretched. Make sure the head is held high and that it does not bounce up and down. Press the feet into the ground directly under the body in the region of the tilting edge. While the head remains high above the body as much as possible, the two halves of the pelvis move slightly against each other, similar to when compressing the heel sensor. With this exercise, the feet must not fall inwards. The hardest asphalt should now feel like a soft forest ground. While very relaxed, jump with a completely stretched posture. Do not pull the knees up as in jogging, rather let them hang loosely. The pelvis should be straightened as much as possible. With relaxed legs, roll your feet over the tilting edge as fast as possible. Allow relaxed counter rotation of the pelvis and shoulders. Exaggerate the pelvic rotation. When correctly performed, this exercise can support the release of tension. In the beginning, only carry out 10 to 20 trots and integrate walking steps. The posture shown on the left is almost perfect. On the right, however, the pelvis is not straightened enough. This S-shaped bent knee posture is a result of pulling the knees up instead of relaxing and acts to block pelvic rotation. Now interchange the standing, walking, and trotting exercises that you have learned and improve your technique. You should practice daily, increasing the time spent on the exercises as long as you are finding it comfortable. Under no circumstances should you feel pain. MBT is even more effective when you practice regularly and it becomes more comfortable. As much as possible, straighten out your posture. The head should not bounce up and down, but rather be held at the highest point. Shoulders, pelvis, and legs should be relaxed. Gently but powerfully press the feet into the ground while the feet are directly under the body and on the tilting edge. Here we see too much roll. There is too much active bending of the knee and the step lands too far in front of the body. On the right, the pelvic rotation is prevented, resulting in a slight stop in the foot and hip movements. With this, the feet fall inwards. On the left, the gait swing is maintained and the feet roll optimally. When rolling is too strong and there is too much activity from the legs in the forward step, then the upper body loses its posture instead of stretching out. To compare again, here are the correct and incorrect gait patterns in MBT. Instead of lifting the knees up, they should swing loosely. The more you practice, the quicker your new and active gait pattern and posture will become programmed in the brain, so that you will soon unconsciously have an active walking pattern in normal shoes. As soon as your walking pattern becomes automatic and unconsciously correct, wear MBT for the whole day. With this, you will train your body and receive a therapy with every step without investing extra time. Beware, pain is a warning signal. The change in posture and with it the load on the body can cause reactions. We absolutely recommend visiting an official MBT introduction course and subsequent control appointments. In many places, MBT trainers offer weekly MBT walking and running meetings for exchange of experiences. The following daily exercises serve to deepen your gait and posture patterns. They show deficits and mistakes of daily movement patterns. Try to do the exercises as precise as possible. You should practice particularly those exercises which cause you the most effort. Visit your MBT trainer for advice or register for an MBT course in your area. Make sure that your body is totally stretched out and only balancing from the ankles. First, do the one-legged rocking exercise using the other leg for support. Bend neither the knee nor the hip joint of the leg you are standing on. Do not allow the foot to fall inwards. With an outstretched posture, roll over the whole heel in slow motion. Begin with rolling only after you have completely compressed the heel sensor. Do not tilt too quickly over the tilting edge onto the forefoot, rather roll over controlled and slowly. When rolling over, do not allow the foot to fall inwards as shown on the right, but rather actively straighten with the musculature. Walk at your preferred speed. Relax the front thigh muscles as much as possible and pull the step all the way through to the back using the buttock and pelvic floor muscles. This will stimulate blood circulation and tighten the skin on the buttocks. When going uphill, try and be as upright as possible. Do not bend forward and make sure that the step is not too far in front of you, but rather directly under the body, pressing powerfully into the ground, pulling the step through to the back. The entire musculature will be equally trained, stretched, and relaxed as here on the left. The steam engine exercise is a preparatory exercise for going downhill in MBT. The head should be kept constantly high towards the ceiling. Pull the supporting leg actively downwards to initiate proprioception so that the two halves of the pelvis slightly roll backwards against each other. Just like the steam engine principle, the leg connects the rotating elements of the pelvis and the feet. This muscle-relaxing pelvic rotation is the exact opposite to the locked pelvis that provokes shocks to the joints and back. Do not step too far in front of the body, but rather stretch and extend the supporting leg under the body and press gently into the ground. Roll slowly onto the forefoot from the heels, unlike in normal shoes where you let your forefoot fall down. On the left, we see that the active pelvic movement absorbs shocks to the body, while on the right side, the knees, hips, and spine experience shocks to the joints. Do not stand on the forefoot as if rooted to the ground. Always move around the tilting element. Circle the feet in the same direction or in the opposite direction, or with one foot in front of the other. When climbing stairs, walk as you do in normal shoes, only on the forefoot. Do not roll when going up or down stairs. Beware, pain is a warning signal. With certain problems, it is very important that the movements and the load are exact. You should have your gait pattern checked so that you can obtain the best results from MBT. Practice frequently, but make sure that the practice sessions are not too close together. Preferably practice 12 5-minute sessions a day rather than 2 30-minute sessions. Increase your exercise tolerance, but always remain below the pain barrier. As soon as possible, wear the MBT throughout the day. MBT is used in most types of sports to improve performance, for regeneration, for prevention of injury, and as therapy following sport injuries. Furthermore, MBT is used in fitness to improve general health, as well as to tone leg, stomach, and buttock muscles. In the following, you will see some key exercises for these purposes. Roll trotting is a type of movement which is extremely gentle on the joints and back. It helps relax muscles, it activates circulation, and is comfortable. Roll trotting can be used as an addition to walking, to warm up, as therapeutic jogging, as a technique to improve running style, or simply to relax. Try to master the technique before you increase the training time. Begin with 10 to 20 steps and interchange these with active walking. Roll trotting is very strenuous. This is why one often slumps, as you see here on the right, instead of maintaining an erect posture. The step must be short and the push-off must stay explosive. The leg that swings through should be as relaxed as possible, but should start to extend when it contacts the ground, in this way keeping the head from bouncing up and down. Return to active walking as soon as the explosiveness decreases. In the beginning, one can roll trot perhaps 20 meters, then 50, and later 100 meters, and with time even more. The technique is the decisive element in roll trotting, not how many meters are completed. On the right, you see that the upper body is bent too far forwards and the step is too far in front of the body. The knee movement is too active. On the left, the movement is more balanced, efficient, and healthier, but also more strenuous. This is why trotting should be interchanged with active walking. The posture on the left promotes the important rotation in the muscles and the relaxation of tension in the spine and joints. Trot very quickly on the tilting edge with an upright posture without bending the knees too much. Relax the pelvis and let it swing naturally with the movements, so that the musculature applies its own shock-absorbing mechanisms. Here, the rotation is exaggerated. Do not step too far ahead of the body. Instead, place the feet vertically under the body and fast but powerfully on the tilting edge, press into the ground and let go. On the right, we see how shocks to the body are provoked, whereas on the left, we see relaxation of the musculoskeletal system with each step. As with roll trotting, stretch out the body completely and straighten the pelvis. Instead of falling into the knees, the feet should have short ground contact on the tilting edge, and on an almost extended leg, pull through and let go. As shown on the left, the head should be held high and the steps should naturally run behind. As shown on the right, the upper body is too far forward and the knee movements are too active. The step lands too far in front of the body and the knee bends too much when landing. The picture on the right shows that the step comes out of the knees and lands too far in front of the body. The foot stays too long on the floor. The load on the joints is too strong. As shown on the left, the pelvis is straightened and the knee moves forward less. The foot lands under the body and does so with an almost straight leg. The step pulls through to the back and supports a natural swing. As we can see here on the left, the head stays high and the gait swing is maintained. The rotation of the trunk absorbs shocks and releases tension, while as shown on the right, we see energy is lost through blockage of rotation and tension is created. Correct application, despite severe back and joint problems, can eventually lead to pain-free jogging. However, it is important to make an appointment with an authorized MBT trainer. You should refer to the information leaflets for risks and side effects.